Hi, this is Steve O'Mooney, and you're listening to another production of the Four Eyed Radio Network at foureyeradio.com.
Hey there, Eric here from Socially Awkward Studios, and this Four-Eyed Radio presentation is being proudly brought to you by Raven Designs, illustration and design that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, visit ravencruise.com.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to another week of Appropriately Inappropriate. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode, and I know you guys are going to enjoy this week's episode. I got a killer guest for you this week. Nancy, not here this week. She had to cancel last minute. She had, she double booked. We set the schedule to do this thing, and an hour before, she's like, hey, it's my daughter's talent show. And I'm like, you didn't realize?
Yeah, come on. You didn't see that one coming?
Yeah.
She's not been practicing in the living room or anything?
Dude, I don't know. Her kids are fucking crazy, dude.
Well, then they should be on it.
They really should be, yeah.
Yeah.
So
understandable. I hope that she does well in the talent show.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will be, dude. They're nuts. I don't know what they're doing in the talent show, but dude, every time I go over there, they're practicing something.
And the people that are good at the talent shows are the popular people.
Yeah.
I was not good at talent shows, man.
Not popular?
No.
Oh,
at least not up until like high school. I started gaining a group of tight-knit friends, you know? And I had a tight-knit group of nerdy friends at elementary and middle school. We were tight. We were the Cobra Club. Me and
that's so nerdy.
Yeah, so nerdy. My friend, I'll just call him David. I'll call him by his first name. I don't talk to him anymore, and I doubt he'll ever hear this. But he was super awesome. His parents were rich, and he had gumball machines and barber chairs in his room. And it was like the kid's paradise. He had the Bear News. He had a subscription. Like, there was a Bear News here in town that's like for kids. Newspaper for kids you get at the public library and stuff. He had one that was at his house, delivered to his house. It was like having a Starbucks at your house in the late 80s. It was awesome.
That is awesome. Wow. Okay. Follow me on Twitter, at Kevin_Elliott. Anybody, again, if you know the at Kevin Elliott guy, tell him to please give his Twitter handle to me. He still won't respond after months and months of me bothering him. But he hasn't been on Twitter for 3 years. So it's I'm never going to get this guy.
Dude.
I send him a tweet every day.
Need to be like,
hey, checking in.
So you're getting carrots, huh?
Dude.
Carrots and cheese? Really?
He lives in Canada, businessman, yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So the next time I'm in Canada, I'm going to have to visit that guy.
Oh, I would.
It's just such a pain in the ass saying underscore.
Yeah.
Just say at Kevin Elliott, but I can't. At Kevin_Elliott. And our guest this week is a comedian, Jules Hyde. What's up, Jules?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing, Kevin?
Blast away. Anything they can find you, promote, anything you want, shows coming up the whole night.
Oh, man. The Firehouse stuff coming up. I'm on standby, so I'll shout out to that. Hell yeah.
Mic a little bit further away from you. You're loud.
I am loud. I carry. I could probably scoot back. I'll be at Bridget's on Tuesday for the Tickle Your Funny Bone, which is always a hoot and a holler over there. I love those guys. I just love comedy. I'm not actually doing too much comedy right now, but I love the hell out of it. And it's fun to sit back and kind of cocoon.
Yeah.
And now when you go out, the energy is just like I'm chomping at the bit.
For sure.
For mics. So I don't know. I live in Tempe. I need to get to more of the Tempe mics that have sprouted up around there. And it's kind of ironic. The time that I've kind of taken out is when they immediately popped up.
Yeah.
And now I don't have to drive as much anymore. So that's going to be really fun. But just Phoenix comedy in general. Shout out to all you motherfuckers. You guys are badass. And I have a hell of a time going out and doing that stuff with you.
It is fun. This is a cool thing having you in here, especially just me. Not that Nancy's not in here. Is you and I don't know each other that well. We've like conversated, but in a conversation.
I feel like that's me for everybody. Like there's a couple of comics I think would probably say they know me all right, but I think that's like I don't know. I don't know if it's a cancer. Like, I just have a shell.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't get out enough is what it fucking is. That's what it is.
We're going to break that shit down tonight. But this is the cool thing, man. We're going to get to know you at the same time as all the listeners. So I like when this happens.
I appreciate it.
This is way cool. And I was so excited when you were like, yeah, I'm in to do the podcast.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
well, you're a cool dude. And I love seeing you out.
I'm not. It's a facade.
It's a facade?
Fuck yeah.
Me too. We're gonna seriously. It's just a face, a mask.
This is going to be great.
It's a mask. I'm gonna drink some more.
That's what we do here.
It's what we do.
We break down barriers while we drink some beers and have a good time.
Yeah, breaking bread.
Listeners,
so to speak.
everybody go grab yourself some beers. Sit back, relax.
Enjoy.
You got about an hour with us, so we're going to have a good time. Jules,
Yo.
right off the bat, tell me about the first time you ever got drunk.
Oh, the first time I ever got drunk, I was, check this out. So my mom met this guy that's now my stepdad, been my stepdad. I was 5 years old. Chris Johnson.
The football player?
No, definitely not. The race car maker.
Okay, that's awesome.
Super awesome.
Whoa.
You know, yeah. He traveled around the world with the Anderson Fittipaldi Ferrari team.
Whoa.
And F1 races and stuff. And then he met my mom. You know what I'm saying? and then he had a daughter named Claire, also named Jules Claire Johnson.
Whoa.
But because we're in the same family, I get the Jules moniker. She had to go by Claire. And we had a family ranch we would go to in the summers. And they had a milk crate, 2 milk crates full of just hard alcohol.
Moonshine?
Moonshine.
Really? Whoa.
Everclear. They'll get a couple of those. I'm sorry. I'm disgusting when I drink.
So am I.
And tequila, the usuals, the staples. Because the ranch was go out, round up cattle, drink. And me and my stepsister, my sister, whom I call my sister, went out to the empty water trough and drank a bottle of Jim Beam. And got really drunk together.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you throw up?
No, I didn't.
Wow,
No,
dude.
I didn't.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
The person hasn't thrown up.
Yeah, not the first time.
Proud of you guys.
The first time I didn't throw up, I might have, I didn't. Maybe I didn't drink as much as I thought. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't have to.
You don't really have to. Your first time.
How old were you?
I was, we couldn't have been 10, 11.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is that, like 2 sips? And you're like, whoa, put it back, dude. I'm wasted.
I mean, I think we drank quite a bit. She was a very boisterous individual at that young age, very rebellious, and I was very like, I'll do whatever what you're doing. I'll do that. I can do that. Whatever you're doing, I'll do it. And,
same age?
No, she's a little older than me.
Okay,
she's like a year.
So close.
Close.
All
yeah,
right.
Really close. And so that was the beginning of a long, lovely relationship with getting inebriated. All the time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where are you from? Phoenix?
Phoenix. I was born in St. Joseph's Hospital. I was close to a full trimester preemie.
Wow.
Yeah, and
so we were pretty small?
I was, what was it, my mom? Like 4 pounds, 6 pounds.
Wow, all right. That's actually not bad, though.
No, 4 pounds, 2 pounds, I don't know.
2 pounds, way small.
It could be way small. I don't know. I don't remember what she said that I spent the whole first year of my life like in the hospital. And they read me my last rites.
What?
Yeah, like I was going to go, I wasn't eating, I had fluid in my lungs, and they were like, all right, this little guy's gone, and then I was like, whatever, and came back.
Nancy's on her way.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the challenge show's over?
She's like, I'm done.
Okay.
So they probably sucked. No, I don't know.
Maybe they took it. Maybe they're the first ones, and they were like,
out.
fuck, everybody else just walk out. Talent show's over. That was amazing.
Totally.
Fireworks? Really? Fireworks? That's crazy.
Inside.
Inside. That's nuts. How'd you get the pyro permit?
All right, from Phoenix.
Yeah.
Born in Phoenix, from Phoenix. Have you ever lived anywhere other than Phoenix?
Well, I lived in Tucson.
That doesn't count. That's the worst place on earth.
Oh, dude.
Do you hate it?
Oh, dude. See, I love my people there because I have the most solid, down, ride or die motherfuckers up in Tucson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nice Jules and stuff here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Tucson motherfuckers will bury a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're my, like, I can always rely, like, even in my worst times, I know that I can go to Tucson and there's somebody that is, like, right there on my level.
When did you live there?
I lived there from 8th grade till about 20.
Okay, so the very important,
the
these are the people that I'm
going
to know
years.
for.
Yeah,
for
so my peeps are from Tucson. Do I like Tucson? I can't say that I do. This is my hometown. I love Phoenix. I grew up here. My family's from here. I grew up in the Elias Rodriguez house, which is like a museum now, from Tempe. So like our family's been in Tempe for like generations.
Wow.
Since before Arizona was a state. Like my great-great-great-grandmother made a bar down where before Tempe was Tempe, and that ended up being the house. And now me and my mom and my brother were the last ones to live in it before the city bought it.
No
Made
way.
it a museum. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. Plus, when I get married, I can get married there instead of pay at church. You know what I'm saying? And to be in my family place and I don't know, homesteading. Guardian angels keeping me out of trouble because I've gotten in a lot of trouble and they just scoop me up and, damn it, Jules.
Have you gotten into some trouble?
I've definitely been in situations to where I've gotten in a ton of trouble.
I love stories like that, man. You're willing to share them, legally if you can or can't.
I think the statute of limitations on all my serious stuff is way up. Definitely. Like, we were pretty young.
Yeah.
And some of the endeavors and the fun and trouble that we got into. Yeah, and I haven't been that guy in a little bit.
That's good. That's all right. You learn from the stuff. I mean, look, first of all, I was a really good kid, especially if I look back, and I'm like, dude, if my son turns out to be just like me, I want it parenting. Yeah. Because I was afraid to do anything, right? I still did bad things or got in trouble, but it was never to the point where, like, as a parent looking at it, be like, you have a problem, and I'm going to have to send you to boarding school. Yeah. Nothing like that. So when I get to hear people that actually went out and lived, I get so excited.
So I was like a sickly, nerdy kid growing up here in Phoenix, from elementary up to like 8th grade. I got picked on a lot, like nerdy stuff, and I'm still thin, but I was even super thin, stick thin, and got picked on all the time. So when I went and moved to Tucson, we moved to Marana, which isn't even Tucson.
Yeah,
it's like a side. It's like southwest.
Oh, so I wasn't even close.
But it's like if Tucson was to take a shit and then bury it out in the desert, that's where Marana was. It was Picture Rocks, and those people were like the most rowdiest. That's where I learned to like. I think I'd had enough of being picked on. And then these people, the mentality of them was like, fuck it. Yeah. And so I soaked that in, and then it was like a good combination, though. I think I had a good combination of, like, I know when to stop, but let's go far. Fun. And then I found out I had a high tolerance for that shit, like that I could just keep on eating narcotics. And,
holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the thing about living out in Marana, I guess, growing up in Marana, was that, like, all the parents and stuff in that small town were doing meth, crack, acid.
Anthony DeSimino? He was on last week talking about meth addiction. Yeah.
I see, and that's the thing is, I never dealt too much with the meth. We got into hallucinogens big time.
All right.
At a really young age. We started, like, me and my
you're drinking at 10.
Yeah.
You got to be like, let's up this game at 13, dude.
It was like, I think 14. It was my friend Chris Blatcher's, sorry, dude.
It's all right.
All right. You can edit that, or maybe
just
all right, whatever. It was his birthday, and we got some black magic. When we got 5 hits between.
What's black magic?
It was an LSD. It was a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was Lucy.
I just heard a story about the guy that invented LSD.
Gosh dang it! Why Timothy?
He's like a scientist or something, but.
Nah, that's.
He got it on his skin or something, and his skin felt all weird. Yeah, and so he's like, "Well, shit, I'll just try and take it. I'll put it on my tongue."
Yeah,
and he did. And
then he went on a bike ride.
Yeah, I think so.
Then he went on a bike ride and was like, "This is amazing. Everybody's got to try it." I don't know. It was definitely I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was so young that I just kind of went for the ride. It never had a bad situation. We had plenty of bad situations, but never had a bad trip for almost a decade.
Wow.
It was...
That's a great run.
Yeah, it was... I don't know. I guess it was the better part of 7 years. Of habitually using LSD, mushrooms, and ecstasy.
Wow.
And from that young age, that was the beginning. I don't know. I think it was the heyday of the late 80s, early 90s raves. And I went to my first rave with some of the kids out in Marana. And we drove all the way across town out to the other side of town and out in the desert. And there was just, glow stick people and black and white, and then breakdance. See, I always loved hip hop. And so there was breakdancers there, and I was, so I got focused on the 4 elements of hip hop and the DJs and the turntablism and the, breakdancing and stuff. And then, but I was hanging with these people that had a high tolerance for narcotics as well. And so we all kind of just grew by eating and tripping together all the time. And we had amazing times, parties with thousands of people.
Wow.
For years, a good 5-6 years of these preteens and teenagers just getting completely obliterated every weekend. And we learned how to get around the law. We learned how, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we also learned how to love each other. And we learned how to go these tight-knit relationships. And we also learned that, there's shit bigger out in the world than the society's views of shit. And I don't know, I guess it was like the 90s version of Woodstock kind of crap. But throw crack rocks on top of it. You know what I'm saying? There were some cracky moments.
Yeah,
sure.
So kids, look, message, don't do drugs. But if you do them with people you can trust.
Yeah,
that are
definitely.
good friends.
Good buddies.
And everybody's into it, right?
Yeah, everybody's into it. When you're in that situation, you never have a bad time. And then I had one bad trip, and I never did it again.
What happened?
Okay.
Your face.
Dude. So I had moved from Tucson. It was the first time I had moved away from home from Tucson, and I moved to Apache Junction. That's where I moved. And I was getting a free apartment out there with free utilities and free cable.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, for
Who
like a
wouldn't
year.
take that?
Yeah, right? And then I got to sell copious amounts of drugs out of there. So it was always had extra money. And we went to this rave called Recess down here at the Ice House or somewhere down here, downtown Phoenix. And I was selling gel tabs. I had a shit ton of gel tabs to sell. They were super good and super fresh. And
what does that do? What is it?
It's
another
LSD.
Okay.
Yeah. But in a gel form. Instead of put on paper stamps, they put them in these little gel stamps.
Okay.
And I had a shit ton, and I was selling them, and I had my girl there. And me and my girl had a tumultuous relationship. And we had been together for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and this was actually my son's mother.
Okay. Had you had your son by this time? Okay.
No. As soon as I had, by the time I had my son, I was pretty much work mode.
Okay.
And, when he came out, it was I partied here and there, but, yeah.
You took on the responsibility
but
of
dad. Son saved my life, is basically what happened there.
Hey,
but,
Nance is here, just in time.
Hello, Nancy.
What's up, Nance? Nance, this
Hello.
is Jules.
My
Jules,
pleasure to
Nance.
meet you. No, don't be. Not at all. Thank you.
I saw you guys from the window. You look miserable in here.
Yeah, we're not.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, Nance will get plugged in, but go on, continue.
Okay, where was I? I was at the bad... Okay, yeah. So, me, my girlfriend, who I loved very much, who I had my son with, before we had our son, go out to this rave Recess with this friend, Jim. Now, I have to... describe my friend Jim. He was like Lurch. People called him Lurch. He was this humongous redheaded lurchy guy that liked the Renaissance fair and was weird and into drugs and stuff as well. And
sure, his name's not Andrew DeWitt. What's up, DeWitt?
Dude, but I've seen somebody throw a 10-speed bike off the second floor balcony of an apartment, hit him straight in the head, and then Lurch go up and then break down the door and beat 5 dudes up that are in the apartment. That's
Jesus.
Jim, you know what I'm saying?
State them.
Yeah, so he's a good guy to have around, and especially when you're selling gel tabs at a rave. And so we go to this rave, and I'm selling gel tabs, and usually, like I said, I like breakdancing, and I was b-boying and stuff at the time. And I get right into the circle, sell my drugs, take a little bit, do some more, be all happy, dancing, but I'm selling, and I'm like, Jules, why aren't you boogieing? That's weird.
Wait, what is a gel tab?
Gel tab is an LSD. It's LSD.
Oh, okay.
25.
Yeah, that's
Lucy.
That's what a Lucy is? Oh, no,
Lucy
I'm thinking of a Molly. Okay,
Molly, yeah.
all right.
All the girls' names.
still know
Mary,
my drugs.
Molly, Lucy. They all hang out. And,
I had me a Kristen. Took me for half of the shit I got.
Right?
I'm sorry, divorced.
And I'm like, why aren't you dancing? And then I'm like, what's wrong? And I say that in my head, what's wrong? And And right then, like, everybody looks like there's photos behind them. That's how the trails are. So they're, like, overlapping on each other. And, like, then it starts just being a bunch of pictures of people in front of each other. And I'm like, okay, I can't see. Like, other than just a bunch of people, this is not good. I'm having these very anxiety feelings. And then so I go to this corner, and I'm just like, it seems like an eternity. Seems literally like an eternity. I'm just watching people photo pass by me. And then I see my girl, and I grab onto her, and I'm like, I'm not good. We gotta go. And she's like, I'm not good either. I have to stay here with you. And so we sit there for like what seems like another eternity, and we see Jim photo walk by, and I grab
time lapse.
That's got to be a sight to see, right? Lurch, red-headed
like,
lurch.
Lurch, and and I get Jim, you gotta go. We gotta go home now. And he's like, dude, what's wrong? I just took a bunch of ecstasy. And I'm like, you got to drive our car back to fucking Apache Junction now. And he's like, we're in downtown Phoenix, dude, and I just took like a double stack, bro. And I'm like, here's my keys, get in the fucking car, we got to go. And so we're driving back, and I remember the drive of just looking out the window and seeing the Circle K sign kind of spin in circles, and then kind of just keep spinning and spinning. Spinners. And so we get back to my place, and I can't find my keys. But I'm not thinking that Jim's got the keys, And I'm like, I have my keys here. This is where I keep my keys, but they're not there. And he's like, well, why don't you come to my house? I'm like, well, sure, it's safe over there, I'm sure. But I forgot that Jim's girlfriend was into my girlfriend, and they were into some really freaky shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a safe place.
Safe place, right? So we go in there. And he puts on Ween. I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Ween, but it's the story goes it was three brothers that were raised on mushrooms out in the Oregon tundra by their parents, and then they turned themselves into a band, a psychedelic band.
Makes sense, yeah.
And it's creepy, weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting there with my girl. Jim Lurch is sitting there, and so it's living room, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, just one big room kind of thing. Okay. And I'm sitting there on the couch, and I'm like, dude, this is not good. I'm not feeling good. Where are these bad feelings coming from? And then I hear, this, why don't we get Heidi, that's my baby's mom, my girl, into the back room, and then we'll have our way with her. And I'm like...
Oh, shit.
But they're not saying it. I'm just hearing it in my head, And I'm like... Dude, Jules, why are you doing that? Stop, Jules. Don't think that they're thinking.
So now you're having an inner monologue.
Yeah, about
to your own thoughts.
To my own thoughts while I'm tripping, and I'm trying to protect my girl, and I'm like, as long as I don't act on it, then you're just tripping, Jules, and you're going along with this bad trip. And then I hear, well, what are we going to do? How are we going to trick Jules? And then I hear, well, I'll just knock him out and put him in the bathtub, and then we'll just have her, and we're going to rape her and this and that. And I'm like, don't stop, and they're like. And then so he goes back in the back room, and he's combing her hair, is what he's doing. And we and my girl are sitting there, and the band's playing. And then she's like, stop combing my hair so hard. And then she's combing more, and he's combing more. And then stop hurting me. And then she screams out, why are you ruining my life? And everything goes down to this little singularity for me. And I know that they're acting upon these thoughts that weren't mine, and I had heard their thoughts. And so Jim comes out and goes, Heidi, can you come in the back room with us and help me out with this problem? And so I look over, and all that's around, because it's Jim, is this fork on the table and a dirty burrito plate. And I grab the fork, and
ate the extra cheese off the plate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And Jim's in the sink, and I jab to his neck. And so Jim goes back, and blood coming out. And he falls over. I grab my girl. I kick the door off the hinges. I'm running down the alleyway. Jim screams, hey, screaming. I turn around. He's holding this. There's blood coming down. And he's like, dude, what the hell? And I'm like, you know what the hell you were going to do. You know what was going on. That was the craziest shit. I can't believe you were going to try to do that. And then I run to my mom's house with my girl. Straight up to my mom's house, 4:30 in the morning. I'm banging on my mom's door. She opens up the door. I here, Mom, here's 5 sheets of acid. Me and Heidi are completely obliterated. We're frying balls. I just stabbed Jim. Jim happened to be ordained and married my mom to her ex-husband who had overdosed on meth. That's a different story completely.
Yeah.
And so I go in there, and I'm like, I just stabbed Jim in the neck. I don't know, he might come here to try to retaliate, but I can't handle anything anymore. I'm hearing people's thoughts and they're not the good ones. And then I found out that my girl had cheated on me while she was down in Tucson. I knew the guy's name.
Nothing good happens in Tucson.
Right. And I knew the guy's name. I knew, like, what had happened. And I'm like, why did you do that? You know? And she's like, how did you know? And I'm like, I can hear it, and I don't want to hear none of this no more. And so for, like, 24 hours, I just went into that. And, like, it was like seeing the bads, the ills of the world. I understood where racism was originated from and shit like that. And like, I didn't ever want to feel the negativities of the deepest, darkest parts of people anymore. And so I just looked at acid as this monster that wanted to get into me to bring me back to that same place.
So did you never do it again after that?
Never did
I wouldn't.
LSD.
Yeah, I never did
Never
before.
did
I'm not
LSD
gonna
again.
do it after hearing that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man! Did Jim? You guys stay friends?
No, check this out. So we didn't talk to each other for a long time. Well, it was like 2 weeks. I wasn't. To me, it was a long time for Jim. And there was vacant lots all over Apache Junction. We all know that. And at one end of the vacant lot, I was walking. He was walking at the other end. And it's like this little pathway through a bunch of weeds. So we're not going to move. And I'm like, he's got the bandage. And we stop. And it was like out of a movie. Because we stop in the middle. And he's like, dude, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for what was going to happen. And can we be friends? I was really fucked up. And I was like, no, dude. You like overstepped your boundaries, and
They were gonna for real mess with
They
her.
were gonna
So
really-
your thoughts were legitimate.
yeah, he apologized to me after I stabbed him in the neck with a fork.
Wow.
So that pretty much
Yeah,
proves
he's
it to
guilty.
me.
He's guilty.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And so I was like, you know what? I don't need to know that part of me just
Yeah.
yet.
So you're like the Rob Lowe that does LSD. You're like, don't be that Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
This is just like, don't be that. It's Rob Lowe.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was
Well,
the last time
that
I
sucks
did
because I brought acid for all of us. So next time, I guess.
Next time. Next lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next lifetime.
Dude,
I'll do
that's
them again
crazy,
next
man. So all your thoughts that you were having, that inner monologue, was legitimately true.
Well, because I heard their voices. You know what I'm saying? I heard their voices in my head, but I was just like, you know what? You're making that up, Jules, and that's not real.
The other crazy thing to me, and I'm sorry to interrupt,
No.
is that your girlfriend went with you. I mean, she trusted in you.
Yeah.
Of, get me out of here, whatever. I mean, she was going through her own things.
Yeah.
But whatever you were doing, she followed and went with.
Well, I protected her, man. It was.
But there was no fight from her to say, "What are you doing?" Or was
no,
she just okay? Let's go.
she knew. Like,
Okay.
well, but we had been in the business for a while, and there had already been a couple of occasions up to that point where
Okay.
we gotta go.
Wait,
you
what's
know?
the business? Back.
Selling narcotics
Oh,
as a
okay,
teenager
okay. Yeah,
and
I-
raves
I-
and stuff.
Okay, so these were teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you heard, like, if you do so much acid or whatever, you're kind of crazy forever?
Yeah,
do you believe that?
they say 7
3?
hits.
When I was a kid, it was 3.
3? Well, when I was a kid, it was 7.
Okay, so we're
But
we're the
all
same age.
probably
I
safe.
took-
We're all the same
I
age.
took like 48 hits one night.
Okay,
on one
well,
night.
do you believe that?
I
And I'm sure you still see those
no,
traces
no,
of
I
it.
don't. I don't believe that because I believe that crazy is a matter of perspective, and I believe that people that have not done any acid at all are completely fucking crazy. So how can you gauge
That's
anybody's
Do
insanity?
you have
you
any
say-
lingering effects from that?
No, I don't
Like
think so.
not like lights and
No, I don't get trails,
You did
flashbacks.
48 hits in one night. What does that mean? You took it 48 times?
Like we took 48
you
hits
just
of
like
acid.
crumpled up a sheet and
Yeah.
ate it or what?
Yeah,
Holy
you just
shit.
ripped a sheet in half and ate it, and that's a completely different story. But that's like a 15, 20-minute story, man.
Probably ends in jail.
We got nothing
No, it
but
doesn't.
time. We got nothing but time,
Never
dude.
went to
If you
jail
wanna tell
because I
them.
went too
Oh, well,
pretty. I gotta get to that. I didn't go there. They would.
We'll get into the comedy stuff, but dude,
I
this
didn't even
it
know acid
fascinates
was
me
still
because
a
I didn't.
thing
Yeah,
at
I didn't have that
all.
life, so it's like when I get to hear it, that I get to live vicariously through the people
I'm
that did it.
chock full of those ones, man. Yeah, we had like for a long time, and a really rowdy crew like that. That made it through. Most of us made it through it. I think.
Yeah.
And you said you have a son.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
old's your son?
14. 14 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. 14. D'Angelo Maximilian Hyde. He saved my
Whoa,
life.
another cool
Wow,
name,
that's
dude.
our second cool kid name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's super awesome. A blessing, man. I have hardly had to do any parenting. Like,
'Cause
I
you
don't
weren't
have to
around.
discipline.
Because of the
No,
same age.
that's the thing is that I
Best
definitely
friends.
was around. That was like I don't know
I'm
my
just
biological dad, so I was like I have to keep. And then she took off, so I raised
Oh,
them by
wow.
myself. So
Look at you.
So I didn't have a choice because I didn't know my dad. She
Yeah.
took off. So it was like,
You
all
had
right.
a chance to make it right.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
And we have a great relationship. He's awesome. His grades dropped to like D's and C's last semester, but they're back up to A's and B's.
Good.
And he wants
so
to go
is he in
paintball.
7th grade?
He's a
Eighth
freshman.
grade,
Fre-
right?
a
Whoa.
freshman. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
He wants to be a game designer. He's
Cool.
getting into programming and stuff.
Oh,
and
fun. You have a fun kid.
Yeah,
now.
he's awesome. He's a little he's having a little trouble with this girl right now. So
Yeah?
seeing what's
Okay.
yeah,
Help him out, man.
Yeah, Valentine's
Is he
coming.
honest
Help
with
him
you?
out.
I mean, does he tell you all that stuff about girls or whatnot?
He doesn't he doesn't release a lot of information. to
Yeah.
me. He releases more information to my fiance right now than he does me, and I think that's all right. I think that's all right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, about the romantic stuff. Other stuff, he's all, Dad. Did you know? Dad, I was playing this game today, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it better.
Make it
That's
better.
cool.
I did these designs and these drawings. Like he's a
Cool.
brony. He's pretty awesome.
That is
He's full of
awesome.
A brony?
Yeah, he's a brony. My Little Pony
Yeah,
fan.
we are familiar with this.
Yeah.
Stephen Mooney told us about
Yeah,
this.
that's
This
right.
is a thing.
Brony.
He's not as much anymore.
But
Like
it's
it
more
was
like
big
graphics.
last year.
It's a big graphic thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
it
like
started
just
out as like-
pictures and
yeah, I understand.
and then it's kind of faded
Lance,
out.
talk into the microphone when
Oh,
you
sorry,
talk.
I'm not
Because
used
that
to-
one's not the same as this. It doesn't pick up everything.
It's so tall.
Jules, you're still great.
Okay, yeah, I do carry. I think that comes from my mom or the Indian in us.
Dude, I'm the same
Oh,
way,
you
but when I heard you, I was like,
Yeah.
whoa, there's somebody that talks even louder than me.
Oh, dude, sometimes like it's many times, dude. I'm like, oh, sorry.
How'd you meet your fiance?
Physical therapy.
Yeah?
Physical therapy. Yeah.
Accident?
Well, after I quit doing the heavy narcotics and the meth and all the other stuff, I got into backpacking, and then from backpacking got into rock climbing,
Wow.
and then rock climbed really, really hard for 3 years. Like climbed in Yosemite, multi-pitch, like multi-day stuff, and
Whoa.
climbed every weekend. I went from like being this semi-healthy b-boy druggie to like pretty athletic rock climber, and I found out that I didn't have the adversity of like being scared of death and shit because I'd already been through all that other crap.
Yeah.
That I was naturally good at climbing, and I did it every day, and just woke up one day and I couldn't move. My back had just had enough, and it was accumulation of the physical like stress that I put on my body all the time, and also I was like for 3 years in a relationship where I was a pathological liar and cheater.
Damn.
And and it hurt because I really, really, I love people that I'm with, and that didn't change the fact that I love the individual, but I couldn't stop this ball that I had had rolling since I was a kid, of just sleeping around, and my parents were swingers and all these different things. My stepdad, the English stepdad, was very promiscuous. You sleep with anybody you can all the time.
Chris Johnson?
Yeah.
The running back?
Yeah, the running back. And stuff like that. And so I had, said all this stuff, lied on the daily, and it had built up in a physical form. And like my back completely blew out. Had to do physical therapy just to be able to walk around and like do regular stuff, get out of bed. And complete constant chronic pain for like 3 years, 2.5 years solid, and so I'm in physical therapy, and I'm on the bench, and they're massaging my butt because that's where all the pain was, really lower back junk, and as this guy's massaging my ass, I see these long legs up at the counter. And then I
There
follow
I
legs,
was.
yeah, to the nice,
Sorry, no.
to the nice.
That's where Jules and I met. I don't know.
And that's when Kevin and I met. And I was like, I need to shave them legs and lick them. Yeah. No, she was wearing these orange shorts, and she got put into the table right next to me.
Hooters, yeah.
Hooter shorts. And she had really tight curly hair and looked like nerdy but kitschy and pretty, and turns out we had kind of the same issue, and we had to use this band, this belt that you wore underneath your clothes to pull your hips back together because my hips had split open and my back was dropping, and all these things, a bunch of discs were herniated, and they were gonna like give me shots and then fuse the with metal,
yeah,
the spine
okay.
and all
It's
that,
terrible.
you know.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I didn't. Luckily,
So
I
you
didn't.
recovered.
I got into this real nice physical therapist and these myopractors that were amazing. Living in Line. If anybody's got back pain, go to Living in Line. Sorry, that's a shout.
No, that's
Those
great.
guys saved my ass and
I
got
got
me
a
off
bad
pain
back.
meds. And so we ended up being buddies. And she was married at the time. And so, but not happily. And I'm like, you go deal with that. I'm going to go through this breakup and stop being a fucking horrible liar. And then, you know, we'll see whatever plays out. And then she gave me a call like a couple months later. And things had already, you know, she took care of all that. And then we even took another couple months, you know, of just like, let's
eased your
just
way
get to know
into
each
it.
other.
Sure.
And then we moved in together. And and then we just kind of been a great team ever since.
And how long has that been going for?
Gosh, 3 years?
Perfect, man. That's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Man. That's
Cheers.
awesome.
Let's cheers to that.
That's killer.
Yeah, sorry. Cheers to that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Nancy's not drinking anything. Weak. Do you want something to drink, Nance?
Sure, give me a beer.
God damn it.
This is
Oh,
a
no,
beer
no, no.
interview.
It's okay.
No. Well, killer, dude. That's great. And your son gets along.
Yeah.
With
He
her,
gets-
obviously,
Well, like
he
I said,
tells her
he's an awesome
everything.
guy, so he kind of gets along with anybody.
Yeah.
He would get along with a rabid gorilla punk, you know, like, he would get along with him.
Then how long? Let's get into some comedy talk.
Yeah.
Because we've gotten some serious talk
We got that
for,
out of the way.
for a while.
Yeah, we got that out of the way.
And if we keep down that road, this podcast will be 8 hours long because that shit is so interesting to me. But
Dude,
that's not this podcast.
I got plenty more, so if you want me back,
fuck yeah,
in the future,
dude. Every week we'll do a what is it? A segment
down
with
the
Jules. A story
lane.
from Jules. That'll be the
I have
intro.
friends that will come and back. You know what I'm saying? We can get guest speakers in on this. They would love it.
Dude.
I know some peoples that would love it.
We
Yeah.
might. How does comedy come about in your life? Where does it all start from?
Comedy started in my life as a latchkey kid and watching Eddie Murphy and the Dean Martin roasts
Yeah.
and stuff. My grandmother used to watch the Dean Martin roast all the time, and so when I was with my grandparents, it was better because I had food and funny stuff.
Food's good.
Food.
Yeah, food's
Food
good.
has to get thrown in there.
And
Socks. It's got the best socks.
but Billy Crystal was like so good at impersonating and stuff, and I just grew up on TV as a latchkey kid, and so funny TV is what I gravitated to just to make things better, and so I just always appreciated stand up. I remember every time that I saw stand up and saw it live as a kid, or saw it on TV and Saturday Night Live and Andy Kaufman, and just growing up on having to soak all that in, Animaniacs.
I watched that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that show.
Yeah,
That
like
was after school television.
Well,
My mom was at work, flipped
yeah.
on the TV.
you know, I wanted to be those guys. You know, like I just wanted to do all the voices. I
Yeah,
loved
they were
stage.
funny.
I loved just being in front of people as a kid, and then went through that whole teenage thing.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, well, you're all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, and so I went through the whole teen and got into the music and got away from, you know, just comedy in general. And then it was like, I always liked it, the Mitch Hedberg years and all that stuff when he came up big. I always listened to it, but I just never even foresaw myself doing it ever until like almost 2 years ago. I think I'll be going on my 2-year mark in March. And I just went to Monkey Pants one night, saw a local show, heard that the local show was there. Jamie and Steve were running it at the time. And there was these guys that were up on stage who I didn't know were in the city. Zed Phillips and Anthony and all those guys were there, and they performed, and I was cracking up. And I wasn't rock climbing anymore, you know. So it was something that I've always wanted to do. Some people in my family and my circle of friends said that I was the funny guy, you know, out of the friends, that I would just have, but I thought I just have a big mouth. That's all. I just have a lot of energy
You
and a big
get to
mouth.
have a captive audience.
Yeah,
I like that. I have a lot to say.
But it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? I never felt like I was intrinsically naturally funny, like some individual. You know, there's some people that are just freaking funny, and I didn't have that. So it was scary to me of like this challenge of how am I going to learn this? Like, because I don't know how to do that naturally. And And so I started doing a mic over with Dan Hull, the storytelling mic, just to get used to being in front of people again.
That's
And
a great way to do it.
it was amazing. I love that microphone. To this day, I love doing stuff with Dan and storytelling. It's therapeutic in a lot of ways. And
100%. I've been going back and forth with trying, if I want to start a storyteller show, like
It's-
once a month down by ASU, just because, you know, as comics, we go up and we tell jokes, and we tell stories, but they're jokes, and
Yeah.
we put beats in it and have to make it funny. But when you do a storytelling show with comics, like, dude, we listen to you. You tell one story about your past, and it's like, we're so intrigued. Because
Yeah.
it's the way a comedian can just tell a story that's so much better than everybody else telling a story. It's just the way it is.
I think I grew up with friends that were great storytellers. I have a friend, LJ, amazing storyteller, super funny. My friend Tom, 1,000 times funnier than me naturally. And I
Take
grew
some
up with
credit.
him.
You're a good storyteller.
Yeah.
I like
Thank
your
you.
stories.
Thank you very much. But like, I grew up around those guys and always having to keep up with them. You know, play chess with people that are better than you.
Yeah.
And I've always taken that kind of standpoint on shit. Is just challenge yourself and the things that you want to do. And so I just kept trying going to mics and at first just to see if I could do it, see if it was something that was possible. And now it's like I couldn't do. I don't think I'll ever stop. Like really.
Did you prepare before you
Oh,
went
big
up on
time.
stage? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was
What was
writing
that
and
like?
writing and writing. Well, I was jobless at the time. For the first time in my life, I had a 9-month stint where I had no job and was on unemployment, and so I just wrote. At first, I treated it like a job, and I would write for 8 hours. 4 to 6 hours solidly, like 5 days a week, and it was just a bunch of crap and stories and like, why are you writing this? You're writing and you're looking at your writing, Jules, and you're still writing. Why are you writing? And it'll eventually turn into something,
That's
Jules.
so smart. Anybody that's listening right now, what Jules just said, literally hit rewind and listen to it again for what you just said.
Just write.
You're just writing. When you have no thoughts or anything, write down that.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no thoughts right now.
Yeah.
What's going on in my head? And you'll eventually kick out of it
And then,
get
like,
into
you know,
something.
what would feet look like if they were backwards? You
Dude.
know, like, how would you walk? And then you know, start going from there.
Yes.
And then I don't know my voice still. I don't know. You know what
Takes
I'm
a
saying?
long time, man. 7 years is about the point when
Yeah.
you hit in stand-up and you go consistently 7 years. At that 7-year point, you'll see, like, shit, man, this is, now I get it.
And I think that's
Takes
it.
a long
I'm
time.
in for the long haul, you know? And if I have to, I just got to write more, write, and go and try the material. And the joy is the individuals that we get to do. Like, Phoenix has a great scene. I've felt decently welcomed by everybody. You know what I'm saying?
You're such a character, though. I mean, you're just like you are loud. That's great. But
Yeah.
you know, just the way you are talking about this, I want to hear. I want to hear more what you have to say.
Well, I don't know. I just have a love for the things that we get to do and the people that we get to do it with. Like, we're fucking breathing. That's amazing. Like, fucking breath is like, without breath, you'd be dead. That's crazy. You guys don't even know. You know, like, it's really, you guys take it for granted every day. Be thankful for that breath, you know?
I was at my kid's talent show a few minutes ago.
Right?
I was wishing it would leave my body. Please, and kill me.
Did they lose?
Piano,
We had bets
fall
on
my
them
fucking
losing.
head.
Yeah, we
Everybody wins.
Everybody
Oh,
wins.
my God.
Oh, yeah, this is the post 2000s
This was
or
the
whatever.
greatest. This is ages, let's say, 5 through 12, singing and dancing. Everybody wins.
How much Katy Perry went on?
A lot.
Oh, really?
But more of that.
The shark.
That bass. All
Oh,
about that
all
bass.
about that
All
bass.
about that.
No
and the
treble.
No trouble. The
trouble.
best part is the kid whose parents didn't buy the edited version of the song.
Oh,
It was this
cool, dude.
Bitch or
Oh.
shit or whatever it says.
That's
Yeah, there you go.
That
Keep
is
it real.
And then
keep
the
it real and
one
keep it right.
Asian kid who just blew everyone away with his violin. Oh my God.
Oh.
Incredible.
There's always one of
Savant.
those.
Incredible.
A savant.
Allegra or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Allegra?
Yeah.
That's his name?
No, his name's, I don't know.
Oh.
I
That's what she said, right?
no, that was the name of his piece, right? It was
Oh,
nothing
jeez.
we know.
Did he-
It was not a Katy
Allegra.
Perry violin piece.
I composed this morning.
Yeah, no, this kid's incredible. He's in my daughter's class. They bust the kid to the middle school for math every day, and he just like, he's
Wow.
awesome. But he's
He's
like a cool
Asian.
kid
God,
too. He's
I wish my kid was like that. I love my son more dearly, but God, I wish he was just like
Dude, I got messages all afternoon from my son's school. It was on lockdown.
Oh, scary.
Yeah,
Whoa.
somebody tried to kidnap a kid in front of the school.
I heard that
Like
on
their
the
own parent.
It was on the news?
KTAR on the way home on the
shit,
news.
dude,
They
yeah.
said that nobody had been kidnapped, but there was
Amber Alert, maybe?
well, some guy called in and said he saw some kid get snatched up by a
Yeah.
white guy in a white truck around that school.
Yep.
Was
And then,
it an actual, like, kidnapper, or was it just a parent who's not supposed to have
The
him on that
police
day?
were there
and they
all
just-
afternoon.
Yeah, they closed everything down and
Yeah.
they went through.
Was
Saw
your kid locked in there?
Yeah.
Scared me
yeah,
a little bit.
He was in that school.
Yeah.
So they took his name and said that you're still here.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be fucking scary as shit. Kat.
Yeah.
I've gotten those calls. My
Then they
kid
give
got
you,
locked
dude,
down
they
a few
send an
weeks ago.
email and then
Oh,
phone call
God.
and
I'm sure
voicemail.
Dude, when you want to see me go into like high alert mode, dude,
I
like
was
everything
there-
slows
'cause
down.
My kids have phones. They called me. They're like, "We're on lockdown." Blah, blah, blah. So we won't be home for an hour, at least an hour later than the bus comes. I'm like, "Oh, I'll be right there." So me
Well,
and
they-
every
they
other
told us we
parent-
can't
Yeah,
come.
well, I did.
And then no kid could get out through the front of the school.
They didn't
So
let my kids
yeah,
either.
everyone had to get out through the back, and it was like 2 hours to
Yeah,
get your kid.
it was crazy.
Took forever.
Dude,
Yeah.
what a pain in the ass.
Right?
It was just some dude that's like, I'm gonna fuck up my
It-
ex-girl's fucking
most
day.
likely,
sure.
You know what I'm
some
saying?
kids' parents who
Yeah.
like weren't allowed to have him, but like a Britney Spears case, right?
Yeah.
Like, you get your kids taken away, or it's not
I'm
your
gonna
day.
fuck their day up.
Yeah, he's
That's
probably just like trying
something.
to get back at his ex-wife. So
Yeah.
he's just like that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock that school down.
She took the car in the house. You know what? Fuck my son.
But dude, all right, if it's let's say I'm trying to get my ex-wife back. If I showed up and was like, "Dude, son, I'm here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna take off," he'd be like, "Cool, man."
Yeah.
He's not gonna put up a fight.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Yeah, where are we going? This is awesome.
Yeah.
Way better than not going to
Dude,
school."
dad shows up at school. You know shit's good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
it's
shit's about to happen.
Disneyland
sure.
stuff.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Day off
Every
stuff.
time my dad picks me up from school, we just.
I try to
don't know
at
if
least
I'm on
once a
there.
year.
It's so
Once a
fun.
year, have a surprise dad day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
At least.
I do
For
that
sure.
too. I
At
say
least.
once a year, you guys can pick a day separately where you don't go to school.
Right?
And we just go to there.
So you let him
jump-
pick. See, I like that. I
Yeah.
like that because I show up after he's gone to school, first hour before he starts.
Yeah.
As a like,
Oh,
I'm
that's
pulling you
way
out.
cool.
But at the same time, if he got to pick, that he'd be empowered with
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. I'm gonna
One
try
of
that
mine
next time.
really cares about her grades, so she's just like, I can't miss this day.
Oh,
I'm
my
like,
son
oh,
hates
God.
school.
One of my
hates
kids hates it, and the other one, she's in the.
He hates studying,
He's
man.
in
He
math
just
with
wants
all
to
the
play
Asian
video
kids.
games.
Like she's so smart,
Really?
and the
So
other
lucky.
one just goes, I hate it. Throws her pen. I'm doing her homework for her every night. It's a fucking nightmare.
Really?
I love my kids.
Dude, you never realize how dumb we've gotten. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh,
you're in
man.
9th grade.
Dude, my son's in kindergarten, and I'm looking at his homework. I'm like, "You're gonna have to wait till you go to your mom's."
YouTube it.
That's a blue dot.
Yeah, I'm gonna send an email to your teacher. Let her know.
Why did you call it blue? I wanted to see what a blue duck
Look
looks like. Oh, but my
that's
kids
a good
love
one.
those our old movies. They love them.
me too.
Great.
Yeah, they
it's
still
been
love it.
so
Absolutely.
fun introducing them to all those dumb Billy Madison,
Yeah,
Jim
man.
Carrey stuff. They love
They still
it.
think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
did
just
you
think
guys
it's
see
so
the-
not funny
the
now.
The Bayside skit this morning on Facebook or
Last
wherever?
night, yeah, Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
or Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy
That was
Fallon.
great. And when they
Fallon.
said, "Did you ever think what's her name would ever be a stripper?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it was so funny.
Great.
Dude,
loved
I
it. The
don't know.
brick
Fallon's
phone.
amazing. Yeah.
He
He
is
is.
my new favorite. He is so talented.
He's done such a good job.
I watched a
and
Neil
he's
Young thing
amazing,
with him.
dude,
Did you
yeah.
watch the Neil Young performance?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, dude, have you ever seen him do Van Morrison?
No.
Dude, look at the
He
old
is
look
so
up the old
talented.
YouTube the old Van Morrison Jimmy Fallon skit.
Okay.
Dude, it's amazing.
And then
he's
there was
he's a very
another
talented
one.
guy.
He did the Super Bowl. Was it right after Super Bowl with Will Ferrell? That was really funny.
And Kevin
Yeah.
It
Hart.
was very
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
The
But he's
lip-syncing
such a
one?
And
Kimmel,
Kimmel- and Kimmel
such a
does
performer.
amazing
He grabs
shit,
the
too.
mic even when he's lip syncing. He is such a good performer.
Yeah.
I love watching him.
Yeah, both the Jimmys.
I
it's hard to have
know,
two
it's
Jimmys on
hard
the.
with the
Yeah.
other
You know what I'm
Jimmy. I
saying?
liked the other Jimmy a lot at first. Now I'm just like, oh, sorry, other Jimmy. It's
I
Fallon
heard-
for me. I'm
Really?
a Fallon girl.
I heard Letterman's done. I never
Yeah.
watched him before,
Yeah.
but he's done in like
I
a month or
loved him.
two.
He was
He's
my
done,
favorite.
and then Colbert's getting it.
Oh, he is. That's why
I
he
like
quit
him.
his
Colbert's
Comedy
getting it.
Central.
I
show.
liked
Yeah.
Letterman
Colbert's
better
getting
than Leno, and I
Huh.
like Colbert. So.
Yeah, it'll
I
it'll
could
work.
only-
I just want to see what Colbert does without the political satire.
But he's
Yeah,
so
right.
funny. That's what he's good at.
Yeah.
That's what he makes,
so,
But I'll
But-
have to stay up late enough to
God,
watch
they
those
fucking
shows.
fuck Conan, right? Like,
Oh,
Dude.
he's so Conan.
yeah.
He's not as funny as he was.
No,
I
but
guess-
Conan,
yeah.
dude, as a
He had his time,
comic,
dude, like Dave
Yeah.
Matthews and Conan. You know what I'm saying? Like that was
So
they sounded
much-
really good, and he was really funny.
It's so much harder than it was when Conan started. Now I
Yeah.
just feel like the bar is set so high because I
Yeah.
watched him the other day and I was like, that's
No,
funny,
man,
but-
you have to be borderline ADHD, or you know what I'm saying. You have to hit people with 1,000 images in less than a minute,
Yeah.
and all be super solid. And you can't lay back on it anymore.
I did think that Justin Bieber thing. Did you see that he compared himself? You showed me, Kevin, with the Justin Bieber commercial that was the
from
underwear.
Saturday Night
Oh
Live.
yeah.
And then Conan did the underwear, and that was really funny because
Yeah.
he's just so funny.
How fucked
looking.
was that, dude?
I liked it,
Dude, me too. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't know if he deserves. Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves
He fucking deserves it. You don't get that much money and then act
He's
that
not
fucking
having a bad
douchey.
life.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It doesn't matter what anyone says about him. He has a good
Exactly.
life.
He has an amazing
He's
life.
Selena Gomez, and
Yeah.
he's a quadrillionaire. Like,
Quadrillionaire, and he's not even. Is he fucking 20?
who even
He's
cares?
turning 21, like,
In a few
next
weeks,
week or
right?
something.
He's doing.
That's what. Yeah,
great.
he's doing
Like,
fucking fine. I can talk all the shit I
Yeah,
want.
exactly.
God damn it, that's great. I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I don't have to be that good looking.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Finally, I see what they're actually doing, and
Just
I'm like,
looks like a
I don't look at
baby still.
any other like magazine. All the magazines I see now, whoever it is, I'm like, you don't look that good. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? You got pudge. They fucking just move that shit away. You don't look that good. You just can't. They're like, I want to see you in person. You look that good.
in person. I don't know. I'm scared to see all these people in person. Bieber's got to be like a baby. He's a baby.
Well,
He's got to have like
they
a
photoshopped the
acne
hair, right?
and-
They photoshopped the hair.
Well, I'm
the track
sure.
line. That's they photoshopped the track line. They photoshopped hair onto his belly. No shit.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's-
That's cute. Oh,
Look, right? Isn't that cute? Yeah.
I'm so fucking old.
He could still pull any skirt. You know what I'm saying? Here's $5,000 for
I mean,
half
I'm
an
gonna need
hour
his
of your
ID
time.
to make sure I don't go to jail for it. But
Yeah.
you know, whatever.
That's it.
Can't go to jail
He'd
for it
get
anymore.
me. You know what I mean? I would suck Justin Bieber
Wait,
off
what?
so fast for 10 grand. No problem. 10 grand, guys. That's my going price.
Yo, did you see that girl on Tinder
Best.
The best.
that slept with Julian Edelman?
Yeah. She's like, look at that shit. You know, if I ever get a star.
Dude, after the Patriots
That'd
win
be-
the Super Bowl, this chick sleeps with Julian Edelman, wide receiver for the
Oh,
Patriots.
okay. Winner.
And she takes a
Winners.
picture of him passed out in her bed, and then like this half of her face.
Like, what just happened?
Yeah, and puts like, I fucked Edelman, no lie.
passes out in a stranger's bed when you're that famous.
Yeah,
Unless you
and
just
that
don't
rich.
care. Unless you just don't.
Unless you don't care.
And
Unless
then-
you're like, yeah, whatever. She looked all right. What are
Yeah.
you going to do?
Yeah, if he
You know
has
what
no
I'm saying?
girlfriend, no
I've got a
wife,
girlfriend.
whatever.
Yeah, he's not
Pass
Tiger
out all
Woods in
day
it.
long.
He's not woodsing it
Tiger
up.
Woods in it.
He's not woodsing it up. Mm-mm. No.
That's awesome.
He's-
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
It was great.
You know what? I'm not too big into sports, but I really enjoyed it.
I did too.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't like I don't know, the halftime show was lackluster, I felt.
I liked it.
Yeah. I thought
It's a lot of production.
I liked the lion. The
I
guys
did
with the
too.
lion's feet, I thought that was legit.
cool.
That's pretty cool. Her flying around cool. And then Missy Elliott, fucking hell yeah, dude.
That's what everybody said. She
that was-
stole the show.
Dude, that was the best shit ever.
Really?
I was actually up dancing. I liked it because it was like, I don't know, mainstream hip hop. I was getting out of it by the time Missy Elliott got on the scene, but it was good to see like she turned the stage into a record player. And you know what I'm saying? There
Yeah.
was that arm there, and there was, and I'm like, all right. And then she had a little.
Well, the
jab.
stage was cool.
Yeah, the
liked
stage was.
it.
That's
The
what
lighting they did
That's
with
what I
the
was
stage.
disappointed on. Was you had the most technologically advanced stage
That was
ever,
great.
and you had a lackluster show. You know.
Well, I mean, what do you expect?
I don't. Yeah, I guess I don't know what I expect.
Expectations
I don't
for
know.
a show
what
on the road. It's
yeah,
pretty good.
I don't. Well, you know what? They did a fucking billion times better than I could ever do. So
Right.
you know
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Well, if that was me up there, I would probably like.
No, like they're way more
I
talented
would
than I had ever
probably
be in that those
more
kind of
like
things.
One of
But
the sharks.
But maybe that's
Probably
where
the one on the
society's
left.
at.
I'd probably be the shark. on
I
the
would
left.
rock the shark shit, dude. The shark shit is dope. Yeah, a lot of comics will testify to the shark shit. That shit was.
Everybody's
Really?
everyone's
Sharks?
such a
You notice-
critic. Like you can't just appreciate it and enjoy it. Like I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? The game was cool, and the food that I was eating while watching the game was amazing. So that
Did you do a Super Bowl party?
I went to one.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to comics that barbecues really well.
Yeah?
First name starts with N and rhymes with Evangelista. He was an amazing cook, guys. Dude, he's so good.
Oh, that's awesome.
And pretty funny. Nathan's bomb. Nate, dude, you fucking cook badass, dude. I'm
That's
shouting
great.
that shit out, too. Dude, you want to fuck around with some grill? Fuck around with Nate's shit, dude. He ain't messing around. He made a turkey.
Turkey, it's not even Thanksgiving. This guy's amazing.
He is amazing.
He's outside the box.
He's way outside the box. Dude, check him out. He does improv in town and does stand-up, and he's...
Have you done improv?
Yeah, I've done some improv.
Really? Do you
Yeah.
like it?
You know what? I really enjoyed it.
Yeah?
I felt like I had some natural talent going towards improv.
Had you already done stand-up by the time you did improv?
I had just started doing stand-up.
Okay.
And thought, I took a class over at Torch, the Torch Theater, downtown Phoenix.
Okay.
They offer improv classes. And so I took just the first class and found out that I'm not good at it naturally at all. And that it was a very hard skill to develop. But I wanted to concentrate on stand-up. Like, I like the immediate response of knowing that your shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that shit didn't work immediately, and just, I'm trying to get into, like, the art of a joke. What is laughter? What's the science? It's a reaction. It's
It is a science.
instinctual. It's as instinctual as somebody punching at you and you flinching. Laughing. You don't know you're laughing at it until you're laughing at it, and then it's funny. Like, what is that? How can I break that apart so that I can control that and make that happen over and over again 9 times a minute, right?
The common core of comedy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the 9
Break it
times a
apart,
minute
put it back
thing is...
together.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss. I don't go
Right.
off of that number.
I don't
It
think
just
so
depends.
either, because I heard 5-minute setups that have,
Yeah.
10-minute applauses, so I don't buy into that completely either.
Right.
But getting those basics of breaking that stuff apart and how do you make people laugh? What is funny? What is and it's important. People need to laugh right now more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people need to be able to look at these serious things that are happening around us and make fun of it, because what are these dumbass people doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, all this negativity and evil in the world, if you can make people laugh at it for 5 seconds, then maybe
Well, I'll tell
I
you,
can
man.
find some purpose.
The first time around when I was doing stand-up, 9/11 happened. I was 3 years in. And so 9/11 happens, and it's like, holy shit, like, this is our first, for our age, our first real tragedy,
Dude.
right?
Yeah. Oh
Like,
my
the
God.
thing where we can recall where we were when it happened.
Yeah. Big time. Everything dropped. You know?
Yeah.
Like, your face goes white, like the Warner Brothers videos, you know what I'm saying? Just white. Oh, okay.
Totally.
Get a little sick. Bubbles above your head. You
And
know?
it was, man.
Yeah.
The whole day. I mean, everything stopped. It was like, dude, what now? What do we do now? Right?
No
and you
one
just
ever-
sit
And no one
there.
did
The
shit. Remember
weirdest
the
thing.
malls, like, for the
It
week
was
after
just
was empty.
Yeah,
I
so
went to
I'm
the
getting to
restaurant.
this.
Nobody came.
Crazy.
So this happened. 9/11 happens, and we're all patriotic as shit. Like, I'm like, dude, I'd join the military if I wasn't such a pussy. But
Right?
let's face
Me too.
it, dude. Yeah.
Me too. I was like, I ain't going
Be any
there.
help.
If,
No way.
I've always
Make
said,
things
dude,
worse.
if you're watching the news and you see me at war, we lost. Like, we're losing
Yeah,
bad.
you're only gonna hold him back.
Yeah, I am a shield at
If
that
I'm on the
point.
front line, it's the last line.
Yeah.
It's
I literally, I'm in the drum line. That's where I just, dude, no, I can't fight for shit.
He's the secretary's
I'm a gigantic
assistant.
pussy.
Yeah. Push
I
too
would.
many
I've
papers.
said this before. I would literally hide somewhere, and whoever found me first would be like, "I'm on your team. Just whatever, dude. I'll be on your side."
I haven't said it, but I thought it. I haven't said it, but I thought it. Like, I would lay in the dead bodies.
Totally.
No problem.
Totally.
No.
Just
Like, you smell
gnaw on their
good.
skin to
It's
survive
all
when no one's
just
looking.
lay under those cooties.
Oh, yeah.
Wrap up.
No
Yeah.
problem. I
But-
just...
But everybody thinks of that. If I was like a soldier, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to go under the dead bodies and
Yeah.
find my
No,
prisoners.
not every soldier thinks that.
I would.
No, a
I
lot of
was on
soldiers
the
think I'm
bad
going to go
guy
out there and
team.
just
Yeah.
brutalize.
The
Fuck
bad
the guy
guy
laying
team,
down.
and I would saw tons of dead bodies.
Then the
I'd
American
get my
American
rifle,
Sniper just came out.
and
You know, that was
get
all
up
about
under
dead
there.
bodies.
That was great.
So,
Definitely.
but
Awesome.
to get back to this real quick, 9/11 happens, and there's a comic. It's like, well,
Yeah.
how do we do our job now, right? Because the
Right.
whole country is like, just we don't want to do anything. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
What happens next in our country?
And
And
then-
comedy clubs are like, you need to do the show. I mean, if anything, we need to make people laugh. It's
More than any time.
How do we do that now? And so pretty quickly, not like the first week, when you let the shit settle, but then you start going back to comedy clubs and a couple people show up just to get away.
Yeah.
They're like, we just need to get out of our house.
We got to get out of this.
And think of something else. And little by little, people started coming, and and it was incredible to see. First of all, nobody bombed. It didn't matter what you said; they were laughing.
People soaked up the. They just
they
wanted to
fucking
laugh.
God, they wanted to laugh so bad.
That's why we're like, God damn it, so important.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
so
at that time, it was.
We're that gateway.
I was in Los Angeles, but I was close with people that lived in New York, and they were doing the same thing. Wow. They're like, we have to do these shows for people, anybody that wants to come out. And I don't blame you if you don't. But if you do, we're doing this show to tell jokes and just try and make you laugh. Dude. We won't talk about anything serious. Yeah. We'll just be goofy and get your mind off of it. And we did the same thing on the West Coast of just being goofy and like, hey, this is my...
Redirection.
Let's talk about just relationships and how really nothing is a big deal anymore.
America needs to look over here now.
Right?
Yeah. Redirection.
So, dude, it was an insane time, right, to go through. But the fact that we went back so quick, but people still wanted to come out, that it's like our job is pretty important.
Yeah.
Because you don't think of it like that. You're like, dude, I'm a comedian. I don't make shit for money. I do this because I enjoy making people laugh.
Yeah.
And that's my passion.
In 2 years, I've gotten paid twice.
Wait, you got paid.
Dude, that's incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. One was
it's a great feeling, right?
Well, it's because I rallied the troops and had a bringer and made them all vote for me. Oh. And then the other one, I think I got $20. You know what I'm saying? So, well, no, I ran a room for a little bit, and I would get paid every once a month for that one, but it was like $10.
Yeah. You got paid, dude. You got paid in comedy.
Oh, dude, I loved it. It was great running.
What's it like running a room?
I at the early stage of getting into comedy, I thought it was a complete necessity.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you there real quick.
Yeah.
For people that are starting out in comedy, one of the advice that you get from people is you do open mics, and once you feel kind of comfortable in it, start to run your own room.
Yeah.
Because you get unlimited stage time during your own show.
Yeah.
You not only get to do a set of yours, but then you get to do quick comedy back after each comic. Don't take a bunch of time, but, quick hit, and then bring up the next person. So it's a recommendation, and you did it. Which is
you
awesome.
just I had the opportunity presented to me. And so I jumped on it and ran it till the bar was bought out by somebody and they quit it. But it was just, setting up shows. It was a book show, so it wasn't an open mic. And it was fun networking with everybody, having the opportunity to know once a month at least that I'd be able to lay down at least a new 5 minutes. It was never a new 5 minutes. And, just kind of build off of that. It was like I felt like it was like a classroom. It really was to me. I treated it like that. It was like going to college for me, and just a once a month classroom that I had to set up.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah. Was it stressful at all?
It could get stressful. I think comedy for me is very stressful.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because I have this part of me that I feel like I'm not good at it. Like that I'm not. I don't know, that I have to try hard at being funny and make people laugh, and I feel really bad when I bomb. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and because I really want to be good at it. Like I'm competitive, but I'm nice. You know what I'm saying? And so like I just want to do it in my own way. And I see these amazingly funny people here in town. A lot of great writers here. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people going out all the time and getting the time out, and taking the time for comedy and making that time in their lives. And so I feel blessed to be around so many competitive individuals that are decently high level. I don't
think of it as a competition.
See, I don't either. Like, I really don't. But I like that there is that. A lot of people here are taking it seriously.
You push yourself.
Yeah.
Against, somebody goes up right before you and has a great set, so you push yourself, I'm going to do better than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do even better than this guy that just went before me or girl.
Yeah. And I love this guy.
And I'm going to leave the person behind me with, I can't do better than what that person just did.
I see, and that's the thing. I think that's the problem with me is that I think that's in me somewhere, and once I find that, like, watch out. But until I find that, like I don't feel like I can be that guy that says, you don't want to be the dude that follows me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can't fucking wait till I'm that guy.
Right.
You know?
And also at the same time, I say that, but I'm still rooting for the person that follows me to do better than me.
Big fucking time. Yeah. Like, that's it. You know, play with people that are better than you.
Yeah.
And it's great watching the ebb and flow of everybody here, too. You know?
Yeah.
I've seen, you know, the people that, when I first got into it, I couldn't believe how funny they were, and then I couldn't believe that they were talking to me, and then I couldn't believe that, you know, that I got on their shows or was performing before or right after them, you know, and so it's just like, it's me having to, like, convince myself to believe it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe they laughed.
Well, you're definitely
Can't
not
believe that
cocky.
worked.
You're never going to get lazy because
Well, that's it.
there's always going to be someone better. Always.
Well,
no matter
that's-
how big you are.
Exactly.
Be more
And
nice to yourself.
but just even right here, like, I really freaking want to be good at what I do, you know, and anything that I do.
Describe your comedy to the audience. When they come out to see you, what are they going to get?
I think it's a subtle mix of my personal life, just the little things that I see with my son and my family, and then the other day I got called Tons of Puns, because I guess I do kind of punny stuff. Like, I like thinking of, I try to think of what's the stupidest thing I could say, and then see if it's funny, you know?
Yeah, dude, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's way fun.
And so, like, you know, like I said, I don't know my voice. My comedy's kind of really chaotic right now still.
But you're funny. I mean, I've done a couple
thank
shows
you.
with you, man. You're funny. I've
I've had good laughs, and I've had great shows, and I've been really lucky in it. And I have a love and a passion for it for sure. And, you know, I feel blessed every time that I get to go out and perform.
What's the end game for you in this business?
The end game is my son goes to college. I and my fiance, who works teleremotely, get a Winnebago, run all over America, develop more comedy skills, and then really I try not to put a lid on whatever could happen.
That's so cool.
The Millers. You're the Millers.
Yeah, the Millers. The Millers. If I can make $30 to get to the next town, you know, that's kind of where I'm at to start with. And then develop from there, have a, you know, maybe a Jack Kerouac following one day. And, you know, just keep going with comedy.
God, it's so cool, man.
You know, and have, just make people laugh and make the world better. A little better than when I had
It
it.
sounds like he's definitely got the right mindset.
Right.
I mean,
I'm trying.
It's inspiring, dude.
We have to lift people up,
you have
guys.
this, like,
That's what we're here.
you're humble, but you're like reaching for the stars at the same time. It's amazing. It's a good
I don't
push and pull.
look at it that way. I look at it like it's up to people like us that have the ability to do those things, make fun of things, and make people laugh and make the world a little lighter. You know, everybody's so heavy. Everybody's so concerned with what they got to do that day, or this thing, or how do I look, or you know, like, you know what, fucking give it all. You guys, that shit ain't important, man. Like, lift people up, enjoy yourselves, open yourselves up, open your minds. We're all in this together, and I feel that comedy may be one of the best routes for me to be able to say that to more people. You know?
Who do you do comedy for?
I would say 30% of it does it for my ego, and then the rest of it I feel I do for strangers.
All right. That's great.
Yeah, I would say 30% of it's definitely my ego. If I get rid of that, then I'll be good.
That's fine.
You know?
You want your ego in there, man. Because that's what's going to get you to write the next best joke.
See, I think if you get rid of the ego,
No.
you'll write the perfect joke.
I don't
You know
know,
what I'm
but
saying?
listen.
I don't know.
When you find your voice, you will realize that instead of trying to make other people laugh, when you just be you,
Yeah.
you'll make everybody laugh.
That's what people like around me say. The people that know me, like once you're just you and you do the things that you do while you're with me, then you're gonna make thousands of people laugh.
Because think about
And
it. If you're up there trying to make other people laugh,
you're still trying.
but you're trying to make strangers laugh. You don't know strangers. You're trying to figure out what they'll laugh at.
Yeah.
But if you're just you and you think you're just you, just be you. This is funny to me.
Then
I'm
you
going to
take
do
everything
this.
else out of the equation.
You'll make everybody laugh.
Yeah, because I haven't even put a lot of stuff that I like to do into my set. I like to do impersonations. I like to do voices. I like to do
Oh,
characters.
do an impersonation. Your favorite one.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
child.
Okay.
Wow.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here for Channel Frog News. Today on the show, we have Mr. Christopher Walkens.
Guys, this is great. Sitting here with a green frog. It's not easy being white either, Kermit. We got a lot of problems.
What kind of problems would you like to share with us today, Mr. Christopher?
I'm old. I look in the mirror, I'm like, wow. I've really aged. All right, there.
Oh, well done. Very well done.
Awesome.
So I like doing all those voices. I don't put any of those characters or anything into it yet because I can't. I'm saying I can't, and that's what's stopping me. You know, I think is like you got to roll on that vibe of that energy. You know, a little bit of Robin Williams, a little bit of Ray Romano, a little bit of Billy Crystal, a little bit of.
Is that where you get your stuff from? Are you so?
Yeah.
You know your influences. You've said Billy Crystal a couple of times.
Yeah.
You got Robin Williams,
Steve Martin,
Mitch Hedberg.
Steve Martin, Mitch Hedberg. The old. I tend to lean towards the older ones. Although I love Nick Swanson and Anthony Jeselnik, like his writing style.
Incredible.
Just dumbfounds me. You know, I get plowed every time he writes something new. I'm just like, oh my god, how did I not think of that?
Right?
How did I fucking not think of that? You know, and so. I don't know. I think anybody that I've seen make people laugh is an idol to me.
Yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, I would say so. I remember my very first show. I saw Rodney Dangerfield at the State Fair,
See, back to school.
and it was right after
Rodney
the back to
is
school
one of my
thing.
idols, man.
And in my he was one of my idols back then.
Yeah.
You know, growing up and watching all the comedy and seeing Rodney, and then to see him like bomb. He bombed that night, like really bad at the State Fair, and he was sweating like he had just done multiple lines of coke.
And he did.
And he did. And he most definitely
That's what
did.
you do at the fair.
And-
the closer you
and
get to
still-
comedy, the more you find out about these guys.
Yeah.
You're like, so he's not that clean of a dude, huh?
Right? and still, I was amazed and enamored by like, and next on stage, here comes Rodney Dangerfield. And I'm like this little kid that can't see anybody, and I just hear this roar of the crowd, and I think that's where the seed got planted.
Yeah.
You know, was at that point. Like, maybe one day you could be that. And now it's turned into like, maybe one day I can make an honest buck off of it, and get to do that. You know.
Even if
What-
it's just 10.
Yeah. It's 10 honest
What's your
dollars.
passion?
Oh my gosh. I would say my passion is to constantly evolve and become a point of something, a point of reference, a point of movement towards a better outcome for people. You know, I guess
Yeah.
that's my passion.
That's dope. That's a
I guess.
cool answer. No, it is. It's a cool answer.
don't
Because
know.
mine would be like, what's your passion? Comedy. But it's like, no, it should be much more than that. And that answer, your
I feel
answer,
we're
was
on
great.
a hinge of there are, you know, the negativities and the positivities in the world, and unfortunately negativity spreads like wildfire, and positivity can glow and illuminate, but I just intrinsically want to leave the world better, and I don't see how that can be possible. You know what I'm saying?
I can, man, because you're doing it.
Yeah, well,
you're doing it.
If you just keep on, that's it. That's all I got in me, is just a love for humanity and a love for people and a love for laughter.
Hopefully that's enough.
Well, yeah, hopefully it is. It wasn't enough for like a bunch of people. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of people that wrapped up on fire.
You say that, but maybe you don't think it was at the time, but maybe way later you affected
but
someone.
But I still
like
said...
you said that when you were a kid, that seed got planted, maybe you did that for someone else.
Well, I still said a bunch of people. So my thought of those people. And those people made a difference in my head.
That makes it come true.
Those people meant something to me, even though they're long gone. And I hope that we can leave something better for the people behind us.
Dude,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
so deep.
Yeah, yeah. But that's from years of LSD, dude. Straight up. I was like, oh, guys, look it. Oh, we're all connected. Go figure.
So more
awesome.
drugs, more hugs.
More drugs and more hugs.
All of it.
Plur. Peace, love, what was it? Unity and respect. That's what that was.
More drugs, more hugs.
Sorry, Anthony, but that was so
Keep
gay.
me out of school.
Hey, man.
Keep me out of school.
Yeah. I don't know. I like comedy. I love comedy, and I enjoy the people that I've got to meet. I've met some of the most quality, artistic, just beautiful renditions of individuals out here.
Dude, it's dope. Jules,
yeah.
You're one of the coolest motherfuckers.
Oh, man, Kevin,
you are.
Cool
I'm
shit.
not.
I
I'm
appreciate
not.
it.
I told you it's a facade,
My
but
pleasure.
dude, thank you for coming in and
was
sharing your stories and being honest and real. This is fucking
beyond
awesome,
my pleasure,
man.
guys. Honestly,
Nancy, thanks for showing
really
up.
Good.
Hey. So sorry.
Oh no, don't be kids, man. We always come first.
Talent
Yeah.
show.
Talent show. What are you gonna do? It's a talent show.
There was no talent. Oh my God.
It was a no talent show. But
Tear my
anyways,
ears off.
one day it'll grow into a talent show.
The Katy Perry, Meghan Trainor talent show. Oh my God.
It was a train wreck.
Jules, before we take off again, plug away anything you got, Twitter, Facebook, shows, everything.
Guys, just go out to frickin' shows. Like, everybody deserves it. Goddamn. Stand Up Scottsdale, you guys run shit. Monkey Pants, I know it's new, but damn it, you're still keeping it going. Thank you. Copper Comedy in Tempe. Fuck, I gotta get over there. Eric, Endgame. I guess it's going, there was one yesterday, but there's a indie game night tonight, so I'll be there tonight, so I'm a day late. Sorry, guys. And just go out to comedy and keep making people laugh. Do what you do, and guys, go out there and love people. That's it.
For sure. Cool. Everybody, look, I'll plug Jules' dates whenever I know, so you guys can go see him, man, because he's a great comic. He's a great dude. You guys found that out during this episode. We're going to have you back because we got way more stories to talk about.
I got billions. I got a lot of stories. Sometimes I feel like Big Fish. It's weird. It's weird. I do. I felt like that on the way here. I was like, I can't really say all this stuff.
Sorry, I never say
We're in the trust tree.
Trust. It's a three-way circle.
You guys, everybody, thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Enjoy your week. Have a killer week. We'll see you again next week. Love you. Bye.
This has been another proud production of the 4-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.4eyeradio.com, you winkers.